はよう、おはようございます。おはよう。おはようございます。私のロッティです。I'm moving. You know what? I'm moving because I'm gonna read this. Alright. Anyway. Sup, fellas? Zip, zip, zip. Anyway. There's no one to chat with for currently. The stream is still ongoing. But I shall prepare. I'm gonna search my YouTube. A World Without Light. Yes, as you can see, I have recommendations in here. Yep. Okay. Right now, I need fantasy background. No copyright, of course. Oh, okay. Damn it. Ads are really annoying. Don't mind me. Just take a moment. Alright. Alright. I think the backgrounds are going well. They're not so loud though. How do I adjust the settings? Quality? I need, wait, I need to take a moment. Wait. Chotto. Loud. Yep. Now I'm confused. Alright. But give credit to this channel on one station. Very helpful. So anyway, this is webnovel.com. I use it. I might repost it on Wattpad. I don't know. I don't feel too concerned about reposting at Wattpad. I might. Since I'm bored, I might. I might even post actual draft sketches of like some scenes. Ooh, that's right, fellas. I might actually draw some scenes. Oh. Is there someone watching here? I don't know, but welcome. Or not. Alright. Let's see. What am I supposed to read again? Oh yeah. This one, Midlandia Origins College. This is my novel. Now you're gonna see the synopsis. Also, by the way, this is PG rated. if this is gonna be stuff. Well, anyways, I shall go with the chat. Okay, I think I had it all covered. Okay. When Norman Valor just finished his daily routine of studying, exercising, etc. of his college life, before going home, I need water. Before going home, he noticed someone was walking near the street. It was a little girl chasing her doll that just dropped in the middle of the road. When suddenly, he heard a loud beep. He noticed that a vehicle was dashing from the direction to where the little girl was. So he dashed to carry the girl with the doll and safely, drawn her to someone that seems to be her mother. When he was about to return to the other side, that same vehicle hit him. Alas, when he woke up in a strange place, a forest, as he tries to recall how he got here. Unfortunately, he only remembered the name Nova. Strangely, this name he recalled was a bit familiar. Like someone called him that way before. To understand where he was, he suddenly heard a loud noise nearby that seems to be the sound of a person using its pickaxe to mine some minerals. Nova followed the sound, hoping someone could guide him who he was. I won't ask any opinions yet, but I should tell you it has 27 chapters. The reason it says 27 is because of this, the chapter 0. That's only for lore digging stuff. So far, this one doesn't have ratings yet. Feel free to visit this site though, but what? Okay, I'm gonna read that inbox later. But anyway, yeah, this is 26 actually. The true chapter amount is 26. I'm gonna ignore the chapter 0. What else do I have to say? Oh yeah, what else? What else do I have to say? I don't know. I just might, sensitivity. And speaking of, that is a lot of rambling. There's no Q&A, but I will answer if you have a comment after the stream below. Of things to read. Also, I'll still play Genshin, or other games. I'll still do those content. I'm just right now preoccupied. For a while, I want to try doing this, even though I know it might not cater suddenly to your liking, or rather the algorithm's liking. I'm not blaming you, fellas. It's just saying, just saying how much it will take to get to that standard. But hey, it's not a bad idea. I won't blame you. I won't blame you if it's not on your side. Anyway, okay, let me continue reading. So the first reading I should do is chapter 1. As you can see, this is what chapter 1 feels like. So, how do I do my narrator voice? Now I don't know. Is my voice okay right now? I don't know. No idea. Early birds. Time zone difference. On a sunny day in Amrite Village, located in the Guard Kingdom of Caloria on the Aurora Borealis continent. Yes, that's right. I used the word Aurora Borealis as an actual place in this fantasy world, right? Come on. Give me some slack. This is a really old draft that I don't want to change much. Anyway. Nova, Tim, and Dorothy decide to have a picnic under the azure sky. Each of them brings something special for the picnic. Nova's younger sister... You know what? I'm gonna edit this. Be right back. Sorry. I noticed something. I wanna correct something for a moment here. Gonna edit my work. Wait, that's why I have to edit my work. I need my work. I will probably make a webtoon soon if I ever plan on a webtoon, but I don't think I'm just kidding. Younger. Twin. Okay, you should know that it's a twin sister. Okay. Dismiss. No, it's already update. Alright. Let me try again. Refresh. Alright. I can't read it yet. I need to... Alright. Now you get better. Now it's better. Now we can read. I still have lots of time to prepare. No judgment there. This is really just the beginning. So... What? Calming... I need something calming, please. Okay, that sounds a lot louder. Okay, On a sunny day in Amrite Village, located in the Guard Kingdom of Caloria on the Aurora Borealis continent, Nova, Tim, and Dorothy decide to have a picnic under the azure sky. Each of them brings something special for the picnic. Nova's younger twin sister, Cosmos, and his mother prepare sandwiches. Tim packed a bag full of colorful candies and created a pitcher with thermos element filled with her secret recipe lemonade. As they lay out the checkered blanket under a towering oak tree in the village square, they share stories of their day. Nova talks about the strange dreams he's been having lately, when surrounded by stars and feels a sense of duty. Jim jokes that Nova might be destined for something big, like becoming a knight or a hero. Dorothy listens intently, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. After a hearty lunch, they decide to explore a nearby forest. They stumble upon a hidden clearing where the vibrant colors of flowers create a breathtaking spectacle. Nova, feeling drawn to the beauty of the place, picks a radiant blue flower and puts it in his hair. As sun starts to set over the picturesque Garnet Kingdom, they return to the village, their hearts filled with joy of their shared adventure. Nova gazes at the twilight sky, and for the moment, he feels a connection to the stars, as if guiding on a journey yet to come. The following day, under cloudy skies that hinted at the condensed season approaching, Nova, Tim, and Dorothy gather once more for a picnic. This time, they have a different set of snacks and meals. As they began to eat, Tim couldn't help but sigh as he looked up at the overcast sky. If only we weren't in the condensed season, he mused, a hint of longing in his voice. Dorothy chuckled and playfully scolded him. Hey, eat up before it gets cold! Nova, however, had something else on his mind. He turned on his friends and proposed an idea. Hey guys, what if we could help the village by gathering coal and extra firewood? I heard there are caves near the end border that might have what we need. Tim, who was concerned about the sacred context, hesitated for a moment, but Dorothy, even the pragmatist, quickly jumped in. Sure, we can go there during our vows or callings, but Article 27 clearly states that none shall enter unauthorized grounds during their vows or callings. As long as we don't cross into the Forbidden Valley, we won't be breaking any rules. Besides, it's for the good of the village, right? Tim, reassured by Dorothy's explanation, nodded in agreement. With a sense of purpose, they finished their picnic and set off towards the end border, determined to provide for their village as the condensed season drew near. Before I continue, by the way, the condensed season is just a fictional season I made to my fantasy world. You can already hint what I'm trying to do here. It's a mixture of between winter and rainy season. It's pretty more unpredictable than actual seasons. But anyway, as they ventured closer to the end border, the nervousness in the group began to grow. Tim's steps were hesitant, and Dorothy's clutched her staff a little tighter, sensing that unease. Nova decided to share a story that had always comforted him. Hey guys, Nova began, his voice steady and reassuring. I want to tell you a story that my mother used to tell me before bedtime. Oh my gosh, no wonder. Oh gosh, that's much better. Hey guys, Nova began, his voice steady and reassuring. I want to tell you a story. One that my mother used to tell me before bedtime. It's about a heroic adventurer who once walked these very lands. As they continued to walk, those words wove a tale of bravery and determination, much like their own journey. He spoke of a hero who faced countless challenges, ventured to the deepest caves, and even stood at the edge of a forbidden valley, but never crossed over. But you know what this hero found? Nova asked with a glimmer of excitement in his eyes. In one of those caves, deep within the end border, this hero discovered a treasure, a powerful artifact that brought prosperity and protection to our village. Tim and Dorothy listened intently, their anxiety slowly giving way to fascination. Nova's storytelling had a way of calming their nerves and igniting their imagination. Now, I don't know if this story is true, but I like to think there's a bit of truth in every myth. Maybe, just maybe, we'll find something that can help our village too. With renewed determination and the hero story in their hearts, they pressed on, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead in the caves near the end border. Tim replied, That's cool and all, Nova, but that's just a mere story your mother tells you and your sister. Before Dorothy intervened. I know. My father told me the treasure was the jewels and gold that was passed down to my family bloodline of village chiefs. Plus, isn't there something you forgot, Nova? He left a treasure that he can't bring with him, so he doesn't want to bother the sleeping venomous dragon, one of our guards in all four corners of this nation, since he probably already has a weapon of his own. Nova nods as he still marched on. Yeah, I have no idea what weapon he left untouched for a treasure. Respectfully, I appreciate you're not bothering the dragon. Tim's skepticism was understandable, but Dorothy's comment about the jewels and gold passed down to her family intrigued him. Nova nodded, acknowledging her point. You're right, Dorothy, he said with our hero might left behind something they couldn't carry, but you're right, Dorothy, he said with expression. Our hero might left behind something that he couldn't carry, but could be invariably valuable to us. And as for the guardian dragon, it's best not to disturb it. We're just here to guide resources, not to awaken ancient protectors. With their spirits lifted and shared sense of purpose, the trio continued their journey into the caves near the end border. ready to discover what lay within and hopefully find something that will benefit their village. Nova held up the enchanted lamp. Its soft light illuminated the cave's interior, revealing the magnificent sight of a fossilized dragon. The creature lay there in peaceful eternal slumber, its form preserved for countless ages. The crystalline formation of the cave, while showing signs of decay, created an otherworldly atmosphere. The children marveled at the sight for a moment, their amazement mixing with a touch of reverence. It was rare and a sacred thing to be in the presence of such an ancient guardian. "What a find!" Tim whispered it on. Dorothy nodded, her eyes wide. "And look at all that coal! This should keep the village warm throughout the content season." With a renewed determination, they began to gather the coal carefully, being mindful not to disturb the dragon or the surrounding formations. They knew that this discovery would be a great boon to their village, a treasure far more valuable than gold or jewels. Nova helped out but pondered if in the future they could get those weird spiky shields piercing the ground halfway. He brushed it off and spoke. "Hey, we gotta hurry before sunset so our families won't worry about us." They carried their baskets full of coal and firewood, textured crystals they got from the cavern. As they ventured, they slowly got puzzled at its forked corridor. As Nova, Tim, and Dorothy ventured deeper into the cave, they encountered a forked corridor. Dorothy suggested they take the entrance path, and the trio continued with their baskets full of coal and firewood textured crystals. However, as they progressed, they couldn't help but feel a growing sense of unease. The atmosphere seemed to change subtly, and the air felt colder. Still, they pressed on, determined to reach the other side of the end border without breaking any rules. Suddenly, they stumbled upon a scene that left them in shock. Before them, a fierce battle raged between a Colorian faction knight and an intruder from the Forbidden Valley. The intruder, a hobgoblin clad in armor, fought with wild ferocity, while the faction knight defended valiantly. The children watched in amazement and fear, realizing they had unintentionally become witnesses to a rare and dangerous confrontation. They crouched behind rocky outcrops, their heart pounding as they observed the battle, uncertain what to do next. The battle had ended with the faction knight emerging victorious, but the hobgoblin warrior lay mortally wounded on the ground. In a moment of empathy, Dorothy, who had always disliked the idea of taking a life, felt compelled to reach out to the creature. Nova and Tim tried to stop her, but in their haste, they accidentally tripped her, and her hand brushed against the monochromatic soil of the Forbidden Valley. Suddenly, a theatrical floating masthead with a ghostly aura appeared before them. It spoke in a mechanical voice, analyzing their status as residents of Amrite Village and citing Article 27 of the Sacred Context regarding trespassing into the Forbidden Valley. The mysterious entity then vanished, leaving the children shocked. Nova and Tim quickly pulled the shaken Dorothy away, and they ran down another corridor, still clutching their baskets. Eventually, they reached their destination, near the indestructible Oblivion Boulder, and realized they were back in their home village. Their hearts raced with a mixture of fear and relief as they tried to pause the strange encounter in the Forbidden Valley. Tim panicked compared to Nova and Dorothy, sighing in relief. What was that, Dorothy? You think that weird thing mistake you breaking the sacred context? You were only the one that touched bits of it. Before Nova frowned. It's only a touch. There's no way a simple accident touch caused a taboo, and she just felt a need to heal that denizen, right, Dorothy? Dorothy, still carrying the baskets of supplies they had found, smiled despite the eerie encounter in the Forbidden Valley. It's alright, she assured them. I'll bring these supplies back to our village main storage shed. Then we can discuss whether it was an illusion or not. Besides, maybe that hobgoblin had some strange effect. Almost hypnotized me or something. Nova and Tim exchanged glances, sharing a sigh. Fine, they both conceded. Nova then smiled and said, What matters is that we all made it back safely, right? So we'll see each other for our usual picnics during a break? With that, the three friends parted ways, carrying with them the mystery of their strange encounter and a newfound caution about the boundaries of the Forbidden Valley. Meanwhile, Tim reluctantly nodded and they all part ways back to their homes, as nightfall time occurs just in time as he goes to bed in his family's house. Tim, still shaken from his dream, woke up to the new day. He couldn't help but feel uneasy about a nightmare he had, with images of Dorothy being taken away in chains haunting him. But as he reached out in his sleep and called out her name, he realized it was just a dream. Crying in his sleep. Despite that, the morning light was streaming through his window, and he sighed with relief. When he headed out, he noticed that Nova already finished the daily labor for both of them. Tim questioned why Dorothy was late for lunch, and the two of them rushed to the main village square when they had heard that the faction knight had come to visit. The presence of the faction knight stirred curiosity and concern among the villagers, and they couldn't help but wonder what had brought this knight to Amrite Village. The villagers gathered around, and the two boys continued searching for Dorothy in the crowd. Finally, they spot her and quickly join her, standing behind the villagers and blending into the assembly. They listen intently as the faction knight requests the chief of the village to come forward. He announced that he had news from the equinox, the divine eminence of the land, and the atmosphere grew tense with anticipation. As the news broke that Dorothy was demanded by the faction knight on orders from the equinox, panic and gossip rippled to the gathered villagers. Nova and Tim knew that Dorothy had done nothing wrong. It was a simple touch, an accident. They had attempted to intervene, with Nova taking the lead. What? Alright. Yep. There's no one in the chat. Okay. Nova taking the lead, speaking bravely and passionately to the chief and the faction knight. Tim, though trembling with fear, found his voice and added his plea to Nova's. Nova's voice rang out. No! Stop this! She didn't do anything wrong! It was an accident! Please! Chief and Sir Knight, let our friend grow! We were with her yesterday when it happened. It was also our responsibility. We saw she just tripped, and we got lost by accident. We only want to find supplies for our village's upcoming condensing season. Please, reconsider. Despite their earnest pleas, the adults seemed determined to take Dorothy away, and the boys were left feeling helpless in the face of their village's traditions and their ruler's decree. Afterward, the chief replies the law is the law, even though he trusts his daughter to never commit such a crime. What is stated is a divine truth her eminence has done before. Tim shudders when we're saying, Dorothy. As the girl replies, Tim, turns to the knight and her father. She then drag away, while some magical chains start cuffing her every limb bit by bit. As Dorothy was being taken away by her father and faction knight, she continued to plead for her friends, Nova and Tim. Father, please don't hurt them. Yes, they were with me, but I was the only one committing the accident. They weren't able how to break such a law. She defied her friends with all her might. The situation appeared dire. Nova, with sharp senses, noticed a childlike shadow lurking nearby. He chose to ignore and brush it off, mind you. He decided to take action, whispering to Tim his plans to steal a nearby villager's axe and maneuver the action knights to create a distraction. The scene had a striking resemblance to the childhood flashback character in Yuji and SEO, and they're trying to save Alice, and the tension was palpable. Sorry, I don't know why I should take this seriously, but you know me, I like reference of my isekai, you know, one of it, like, yeah, SEO fan here. Also Shield Hero, Konosuba, etc. A lot, but anyway, same for Nova. Once he tried to strike the knight, he slowed down, which led the chief demand to apprehend Nova to the ground and take away his weapon. His shadow felt heavy, and his mana got drained from such a shadow, and noticed a cloaked-shadowed kid blending amongst the crowd vanish as the weight of the shadow for Nova vanished. Yet the mana drain did cause him to grow weak, so he still can't overpower the adults stacking over him, as he turned to shout at Tim standing, unaware he is still stunned by the shadow. Tim! Get Dorothy before it's too late! Tim nodded shyly. Before he tried to move, but every time he did, he felt internal pain. It's as if someone was forcing him to stay standing up, and he strained his nerves to try to reach out before the adults managed to stop him as well. His shadow stun effect vanished, yet too shocked to react and defend. The two boys cry, especially Nova mixed with anger, as he tries to escape from the adults that stack on his body. He was tired and was forced to watch Dorothy smiling at them in chains and being tied to the hippogriff mount of the faction knight before taking her away to the skies, and the chief waved farewell to his daughter before turning to the villagers to release the boys while Nova shouts, Dorothy! I swear! Dorothy! I would bring you back and save you! Dorothy! Don't go! Everything suddenly turned white before we're in a different point of perspective. We're now in the real world as the defendant sprite is just a real dream. The dream left with Nova a sense of unease as he woke up in his college dorm room. He couldn't shake the feeling of loss and helplessness from the vivid dream. Rubbing his stomach to elevate the lingering migraine, he muttered to himself, Huh? Another isekai dream? Oh well. With a sigh, he pushed the unsettling dream to the back of his mind, and went about up to his day. That means it would stay with him, nagging his thoughts for quite some time. Nova smiled the video call, the familiar of the family providing some comfort after the strange dream. Good morning, everyone! Yeah, I had one of those isekai dreams last night. It was physically kind of unsettling, but you know me, I don't let them bother me too much. Cosmos looked at him with concern. You try to get some more rest, Nova. This dream seems to be affecting you. I will, sis, Nova replied reassuringly. I just need some coffee and breakfast to kickstart my day. By the way, how's everything back home? They continued their conversation with Nova doing his best to push the dream aside and enjoy the virtual connection with his family. Cosmo is smiling as she enjoys her part-time job as a librarian around New York City, while also studying at a college that is actually near their house, so she doesn't need a dorm. Yet she mentioned one of her besties commented they were having an English thesis about the Land of Oz, specifically to a character Dorothy Gale as Nova, for absent-minded for a moment as that name. Dorothy, why is it so familiar? He pondered as the names of people in that dream were really forgotten, but he remembered everything else. If he furrowed his brow, his sister mention of the name Dorothy Gale triggered something deep in his memory. He took a sip of his coffee, trying to recall where he had heard that name before. It felt like a distant echo from a vivid dream. Dorothy Gale, why does his name sound so familiar? He murmured to himself, lost in thought for a moment. Then it clicked. Wait, I had a dream last night, and there was a girl named Dorothy in it. It's strange. I can remember the dream, but the details are fuzzy and I can't recall much about it. Cosmos raised an eyebrow, intrigued. Really? That's interesting. Maybe it was just a coincidence, but it's a pretty unique name. Nova nodded, still feeling a strange sense of connection to that name. Yeah, maybe. Dreams can be weird sometimes. Anyway, tell your friend good luck with the thesis. I should get ready for my day too. They chatted a bit before saying their goodbyes, leaving Nova to wonder about the strange and vivid dreams that have been haunting him lately. Parents jump in the video call. Remember, son, don't go all lovey-dovey. We all know how your precious lover you introduced turned out last time. They're saying in unison. I can't do that. Like, remember, son, dear? Oh, this is supposed to be... I don't know. Hello, son, dear. This is the voice of a freaking mummy. And this is the voice of the freaking dad of Nova, and I don't know how to do that. It's been a while, okay? Oh. It's still there. Never mind. Remember, son. Okay. And then he blushed and said, Aka-san, Oto-san, a bit of Japanese dialect he uttered, but his foreign language beside English. Don't remind me. I know I should focus on my studies. Therefore, they all have a great day and good luck. And the calm phone as he sighs. He does have a love life history. His first love was a girl with a rare cancerous disease gave her a short lifespan. He and that girl loved each other truly, yet there wasn't a miracle for a surgery to be saved. Her life, too, before the operation, Nova recalled, they broke up or ended their romance. And his second love interest is a typo that he had a crush on around senior year, but didn't work out since he used a case. She in many ways, and only like him because he is modestly rich and generous. Before preparing a bath for himself to change his clothes to finally go to school. Nova's parents teasing about his past relation made him blush even more. They always managed to bring up those embarrassing...
Magugas ka ba? Kumain ka na ba?
Ah?
Kumain ka na.
I should probably keep it up the pace. I don't know what I'm doing with the keeping up the pace. I don't know. Okay. Wait. Okay, keeping up the pace. Alright. Okay. Keeping up the pace. Alright. What was I supposed to say? Oh, yeah. Nova's parents teasing about his past relationships made him blush even more. And the barrier to bring up those awkward memories at the most expected times. After a call, he decided to put those thoughts aside and focus on his studies and daily routine. As he prepared for the day, he couldn't help think about the dream he had the night before. The name Dorothy Gale and the vivid emotions that stirred within him lingered to his mind. It was as if that dream was trying to tell him something, but the message remained elusive. With his side, he pushed the dream to the back of his mind, determined to concentrate on his studies and the challenges of the day ahead. Nova's love for anime, manga, and Japanese culture was a defining part of his life. He had a strong sense of presence online with various fandoms, right with friends' interests. Despite his chunibyo tendencies, I don't know about chunibyo, he had the charismatic charm that drew people towards him. His height, 6', and good looks only added to his appeal, and many found themselves attracted to him. However, Nova's past experience in romantic relations had left him cautious about delve to another one. He had decided to focus on his studies and interests, leaving the compulsive love for another time. As he headed out for a day, he felt a mix of excitement for the world of academia and concern about the strange dream that had occupied his night. Until he entered a crosswalk and stopped, he saw there's a little girl dropping her rag doll in the middle of the road. Once the traffic light switched, the mother let the girl go as she was busy on the phone. He rushed to save her with her toy. When her car almost hit her, it hit him instead. as he threw her to the mother's arms. What happened next could surprise you. Nova's heroic act of laying in front of upcoming part was both courageous and selfless. He was the child's name, but in doing so, he took the full force of the collision himself. He left unconscious in the crowd that guy was in safe shot and panic. The mother was immensely relieved that her daughter was unharmed, and she rushed to thank Nova. However, her gratitude quickly turned to concern as she realized the extent of Nova's injuries. With the guy clambering her fellow, they quickly arranged for Nova to be taken to the nearest hospital. As Nova lay unconscious, he had no idea how this selfless act would impact his way of life he couldn't have imagined. Meanwhile, Cosmos received a text from her parents while finishing her part-time job, and as she read the news about the car crashing involving her brother Nova, her heart sank. The mention of his full name and college ID profile left no room for doubt. This was indeed her brother. Panicking, she rushed to the hospital where she found her parents anxiously waiting in the emergency room. The news of Nova's condition being so serious that he was in a coma hit them hard. Cosmos could hardly contain her worry and fear as they waited for any updates on his condition. The uncertainty of the situation weighed heavily on them all. The doctor assured Nova's family that they shouldn't worry about the medical expenses, as these were being covered by the mother of the little girl whom Nova had saved. She introduced herself as the CEO of a trading company, but preferred paying attention to her child, which had led to the accident. The little girl chimed in, expressing her concern that the accident might have been her fault. Nova's family was deeply touched by the woman's kindness and the girl's empathy. They assured them both it wasn't anyone's fault and thanked them for their generosity. Their focus was on Nova's recovery, hoping that he would wake up from his coma soon. Afterwards, Nova found himself in an otherworldly space that resembled a swirling galaxy. He wondered if he had passed away, but the surroundings didn't fit his idea of heaven. As he contemplated the situation, he was startled by the presence of an androgynous godlike figure. "Hey there, human!" Nova was wide in surprise. He wasn't sure what was happening, but he had a feeling that was about to change everything. Before the god apologized for startling him, Nova's eyes lit up. Wait, let me guess. I got isekai, right? Am I gonna be isekai? He asked sadly as his playful shrugs and calms the boy down. He cast some magic to let them sit on the tatami mat in Japanese-based setting. "I believe in your realm you are aware of the concept you consider me a weeb, correct?" The god chuckled and nodded. "Yes, you could say that. You've been through here because of your deep connection to the concept of isekai. We've been watching you, Nova, and we have a proposition for you." Nova's excitement grew as he settled into the Japanese theme setting. "A proposition? What is it?" "We can offer you two choices," the god continued. "First, you can choose to wake up from this coma, return to your usual modern life. You will forget this interaction as nothing more than a vague dream, and your journey will continue as it was." Nova nodded and understood that I wanted to know more about the second choice. "And the second option?" "The second is delved into the world of Midlandia. It's a realm born from dreams and imagination of people like you, filled with mythical creatures, magical landscapes, and endless adventures. You have the opportunity to explore this realm, uncover its secrets, and perhaps even discover why your dream has led you here. Plus, fits your knowledge of isekai tropes, your love for anime and manga, and your understanding of fantasy worlds." Nova's curiosity was piqued. "Midlandia? That sounds interesting. What's the catch for this option?" "There's no catch, Nova. Both options are equally valid. It's up to you to decide which path you want to take. The fate of your physical and moral realm is uncertain, but in this realm you have a choice." Nova pondered the options before him, torn between the allure of returning to his old life and the mystery of Midlandia. It was a decision he needed to make, one that would shape his journey in this astral plane and the potential impact his life back in the modern world. Nova listened to the god, now known as Tao Yusha, as he clarified his role in the nature of Midlandia. Tao Yusha. I don't know how to pronounce the name I gave this god. The idea of time flowing differently in this new realm intrigued him, and he couldn't help but draw parallels to his favorite virtual reality games. He pondered to Tao Yusha worrying about being dragged into Midlandia, as if it was a VR world avatar. Memories of games generally expressed akin to Sword Art Online flooded his mind. So it's like a virtual reality experience, Nova mused. Curiosity growing. Tao Yusha nodded. "In some ways, yes. But it's also real in its sense. Midlandia is a realm of myths and legends, and your presence there will have a very real impact on its inhabitants. You have choice to make, just as you would in any game, but the consequence will be tangible." Nova couldn't help but smile at the thought of embarking on a real-life adventure in a world inspired by myths and legends. The allure of Midlandia was becoming increasingly difficult to resist. "Alright," Nova said, determining in his voice. "I choose to enter Midlandia. I want to explore this realm, uncover its mysteries, and perhaps find answers to the strange dreams I've been having." Tao Yusha nodded, his ethereal form glowing with approval. "Very well, Nova. Your journey in Midlandia begins now." With those words, felt his unconscious being pulled into a new world, leaving behind his comatose body in the moral club as he embarks on his adventures in Midlandia. Nova found himself in an unfamiliar place, and for a moment, he wondered if it was all a dream. Remember the girl in the road before he had the sensation of being pulled into a different world. It never felt surreal, like something out of a fantasy. Am I dreaming? This can't be real, Nova muttered to himself as he tried to take his run. The quaint villages and medieval-style buildings were unlike he had seen before, filled with lush colors with different shades of brown to hue close to the violet color line. He pinched himself to see if he would wake up, but his instinct was all too real. They couldn't resolve Aoyusha, the deity who had given him this choice. It was as if those memories had been erased, couldn't events from his life in the modern realm up to his coma. Rather, supposedly assumed something must have happened for a way he got dragged in this world. He doesn't know realize he's in a coma. It felt like it's someone to do the memories of events playing out when he said that earlier reworld. Despite his initial confusion and disbelief, Nova couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement. He had chosen to enter Midlandia, and now he was here in a world of myths and legends. It was an adventure he couldn't have imagined. He was determined to explore this new realm and uncover its mysteries. With a deep breath, he set off to explore the village and explore what lay ahead in this fantastic world. Nova found himself in a completely different form and environment. He looked down into the unfamiliar attire and noticed that he had transformed into a younger version of himself. His body felt different, more youthful, and his voice sounded younger too. So he has been transported to a different time and place. Still concerned with the village and the lush greenery around him, he couldn't help but wonder if he had truly been isekai'd, like the characters in the light novels and anime he loved so much. His mind races with different references and various isekais, but nothing seems to fit perfectly. Well, I will know. I'm not very specific, but I'm gonna reference it for you. Mushoku Tensei, Shield Hero, Slime Isekai, Tanya the Evil, Konosuba, Re:Zero, Eminence of Shadow, etc. There's a lot. That's why I'm not making a bunch of specific references, because it's best to summarize it. The presence of mystical animals added to the real of this mystical of the situation. Nova's thought drifted to his family back in the model, and he hoped they were right. All right. It's supposed to be all right. Damn it! I'm gonna fix it. All right. With a sense of determination and curiosity, Noah decided to explore this new world and find out more about where he was and what about awaited him in Midlandia. He was ready for the adventure of a lifetime, even if it didn't exactly match the isekai stories he was familiar with. Nova followed the clanking, pounding, and humming sounds with cautious curiosity. Turning to the village, the source of this noise became more apparent that they were coming from a mining area. The sounds were familiar, and Nova couldn't shake the feeling that he had encountered something like this in his recent but fading dream. Approaching the mining area, he observed workers with pickaxes and shovels, lynching certain minerals and ores from the earth. The scene looked like something on a fantasy novel, and it instantly revealed to him. Nova's natural curiosity get the better of him. He decided to approach one of the miners to strike up a conversation and got one some information about the words he finds to him. As one that seems to stand out to him compared to the rest. Of the three youngest, as he's the one only afar. And his majestically mysterious sort of ore-like stone. To approach the boy with the pink hair who was busy minding the peculiar boulder. As he got closer, he could see the sweat glistening on the boy's forehead. His visual appearance seemed somewhat familiar from his recent but fading dream. Hey there! Nova greeted the boy trying to strike up. Need a hand with that? He gestured toward the boulder. The boulder hang on. Alright. Put that. Oh, whew. Okay. Need a hand with that? Wait, did I have any viewers? Nope, there's no chat here. Yep, I can still read. Okay, I'm gonna go with an hour before I might take a moment to do something again. Sorry, the stream was interrupted. Maybe loading screen might be the best way I could make a good excuse for this. Like, loading mode. Wow. That was friendly, helpful nature mentions. He was great. Some really fun meeting his inhabitants. The 3-year-old shuddered in shock as he dropped his bone pickaxe, which Nova caught with strong weakness as he spoke. Hi! Where did you come from? You may have a village outfit, yet I never seen you in Amorite before. Nova smiled, trying to ease the boy's nervous. arrive here? It's a bit of a long story. I'm still trying to understand what's going on. My name's Nova, by the way. What about you? Nova extended his hand, offering a friendly handshake to the boy. Despite the confusion of his situation, he was determined to make the best of it and build connection to his new world. Nova felt like, maybe it's the usual kind of weird me as kid. Wait, is this VR? No, his response is some cheap event trigger and doesn't feel like an AI, at least my intuitive soul tells me to. Before Tim Case, it's supposed to be casted. It's non-verbal magic as he casts. Yep, I made a lot of typos. Haha, embarrassing. But that's okay. Sheep-shaped motion mixed with curves of his right hand. His purple-gray eyes glow a bit of mana before back to normal. He stops the motion before stroking his hand in his small but his swept bangs hiding bits his eyes to be seen and spoken. Okay, nice to meet you. My name is Timotheus Richmond. As you know, I am from a family of steamaton, steampunk term. That's what they call steamaton, like, you know, steampunk machinery, tools, etc., inventions. And the villagers mostly call me Tim, like I'm a tin man or something. Chuckles, as he would say, seems to be the humanized Tin Man, at least to Nova's eyes. I was intrigued by Timotheus' introduction. Timotheus Richmond, huh? It's been a unique name. It's nice to meet you, Tim. So what's going on with that rock you were mining? Gesture towards the boulder, showing scared about the task Timotheus has been working on. Nova was generally interested in learning more about this world. He found itself, the people who live in it. Tim spoke softly and less shyly, as he gestured slowly, taking the bone pickaxe back in his grip. Oh, this? Sorry about that. Thanks for saving my tool. That's an indestructible oblivion boulder. I had a calling vow like any previous generation. They got the same kind of vow as me to mine this. I should fulfill as a daily routine, and so far, only 1 out of 6 chunks out of the whole boulder was mined off. We're not even halfway there yet. So tell me, Nova, do you remember how you got to Amrite Village? My gosh, I need to fix this. Nova listened to the master's explanation about the indestructible obsidian boulder and nodded. Wow, this sounds like quite the task, Tim. As for how I got here, well, it's a bit of a strange story. I was in a coma, I think in my world. Then suddenly I found myself in this place. Was over how I got here. It's all a bit surreal. I mentioned a fake subconscious intuition, the strange dream like strange that might be a load on a new acquaintance. Also, yeah, he doesn't remember anything before he felt. Is that confusing in this world? Before Tim Innocent laughs. Sorry, that sounds funny. Maybe you're the lost child of a Marcia? Struggles find Tim's humor infectious. Haha, maybe I am. It's all a bit mysterious, but I'm here now. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. Timotheus, is there any kind of help with this mining task? I'm supposed to learn more about this new one because... I see. Then before you dig into my labors, eating. As he learned to labor, eat. Let's eat. I'm gonna fix that. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of typo that I need to fix in just the first chapter. What a bad debut. Sorry, that's all the bread I can manage to buy early in the morning. But let me explain. If you kind of stop being a lost child, maybe he kidnapped you from your hometown, then he altered your memories and clothes to fit the confusion in my village. It's quite a very intricate folklore. Despite the dry bread, it's very interesting to hear, Tim. It's all so surreal. I can't even be sure what to believe. But if that's the case, I guess I'll just have to adapt to this new life. For now, I'm here to help. So let's act as a circle of oblivion boulder together. So no fun. So he took another bite of the dry bread. It's to repay for the bread, that's all. You know that everyone can be a miner after a second, right? Nova understands the implications. I get it, Tim. This isn't something just anyone can do. As for now, it's the path I'm on, and I'll give it my best shot. Who knows? Maybe I'll surprise myself. As he stood up and stretched, ready to try mine, even if it was only to assist him with his vow. Tim shrugs as he lets Nova borrow his bone pickaxe. Careful in using this. It's been a traditional axe passed down only to people with my calling to mine this special stone. And fix your stance, he said. There. Before, go, strike, it a hit. Before Nova tumbles back to the sheer inexperience and vibrating force of the boulder. Tim struggles for Nova to be helped up to lend Tim the pickaxe back. As the boy does the same C-hand cursive motion again, Nova gets a glimpse of the stats before the magic hologram disperses. Yeah, you did amazing damage. Are you sure this is your first time swinging? I mean, you chunk out more cuts than me. Scratching his strike. I have no idea, but it felt kind of natural. Maybe I got hidden talent for mining, he chuckles, and hand the pickaxe back to Tim. Well, let's keep at it. And maybe I'll get even better. He was surprisingly enjoying the work, despite being far from what I'd expect when he first woke up in the strange place. Tim also commented, maybe I had stronger mana compared to someone like me. I am magicless due to having an output for my no output for my weak mana and 0 elemental affinity, he admitted. Nova didn't understand. Well, it seems like a good balance then. You do the mining in hand and any unexpected magical stuff that might come our way. Teamwork, right? He smiled, feeling his son's camaraderie with Tim despite having just met him. Tim nodded due to the natural charisma of Nova that made him smile as they worked more before Tim dies for today. It's already afternoon. I shall let you follow me and walk around the village. Are you cool? Even though besides being the lodge and maybe the temple nearby can assist. They spread out in African coordination, and they were built by the gods under Emeraldus, the green-colored god's influence. Sure, I'd like to see more of the village, and maybe I'll find some clues about my past along the way. He was curious about this place, and exploring it with Sim sounds like a good start. So, Chapter 2, Lost Treasure. Before we continue, fellas, is this almost 1 hour? No. Bam. Okay. Okay, as they walk, Nova asks, wait, you mentioned mana, right? Sorry, due to the memory loss of the Marshal you mentioned, I don't know how magic works here. Sand as they walk to leave. It's okay, basically mana is our magical energy. Yet, there are 3 types, luminous, umbral, and ecto, and only one person can inherit one mana type. Then the temple ceremony or special apparatus will help decipher your elemental abilities. Here's a summary. Thermos, Aero, Liquidus, Litho, Agri were the primary elements we can have. It's okay if we can have more than one of it. It's just not easy or rare for naturally born to be having such more than one elemental type. Nova was intently absorbing the information about mana and elemental affinities. It was a lot to take in, but he was eager to learn more about this world and how it worked. So you're saying people here can harness the power for this element through their mana? He asked for clarification. The Batwoman nodded. Yes, that's the gist of it. Yet, there are people like you that are called magicless. Yet we can survive with flowing magic or mana in this world. Yet we cannot harness or manipulate it as naturally. Do we rely on relics, magic tools, or... We do rely on relics, magical tools, or even chance incantation done by the verbal magic mana that doesn't rely on drawing mana to ourselves but the environment, he says. Nova found the concept of magic and mana fascinating. The idea that some people were magicless. It's interesting, he replied. So what about you? Do you use any of these relics or tools to perform magic? Nah, I don't feel I need to. Besides, I rely on motion-based non-verbal magic and verbal magic instead as a substitute. Non-verbal magic? That sounds fascinating. Could you show me some magic? See how magic works in this world and what Tim could do with it. With a little element glyph that is small, so it's just summon a pebble. Watch an Isar Tim summon the pebble with his magic. That's pretty cool. Can you do more complex spells? Was eager to learn about the magic of this world. Tim sighs. No. I can't, sorry. I could show you, but I'm no magician. I am magicless for a reason. Plus, he looks down. If you met my childhood friend Dorothy, she could show off any sort of magic in her sleeve. It's more felt awkward and silent. Wait, I should listen to Tim. Dorothy then. In my dreams? Deja vu hearing this name Dorothy again. It was becoming increasingly curious, but he didn't want to press Tim further if it made him uncomfortable. Instead, he seemed to change the topic a bit. So, how does one go about learning magic and getting strong in here? I thought all this. You want to learn more? Do that once. You want to get master about, buddy. Before now, mobile they reached the village getting postcard. Who has the strange people that may have the village outfit. Not a familiar place with Tim doing here. Don't worry, he's a newcomer, and I'm showing him around. He's got the same habit to him, but he's not from around here. Yep, I'm distracted by the music right now. Before they pass the postcard blocks, Nova from Entrance asks, "Guess another one of those lost children of Marsha yet. Does that mean you forgot your calling vow too?" But it isn't as thoughtful as Tim here. Before Nova recalls his combat training memories intact of his life in the Tomorrow World and replies smugly, "Oh, ho ho ho! My memory may be hazy, but my calling or vow is to become a swordsman." The postman laughs before seriously lending him a simple short sword. Let's see if you can chop that log that he displays nearby. Tim is learned that Nova gave him confidence. And with a swift, practiced motion, he strikes the log. To everyone's surprise, he cuts through it cleanly, leaving a deep, clean gash. Postguard raised an eyebrow, clearly impressed. "Well, it seems you've got some skills, newcomer. Alright, you can pass." With that, Nova and Tim continue into the village, leaving behind a rather astonished postguard. Tim looked at Nova with a newfound respect. I didn't know you had sword skills. You're full of surprises. Just something I pick up back in my world. Let's continue our tour. Tim corrects him. Hometowns. I've been acting weird. Did the marshal ruin your sense of speech? My apologies. Right, shoot. I'm not supposed to keep mentioning I am an isekai person. I wasn't sure about that in this world. No, I'm not even sure since the way I appeared in that world is nothing like my isekai collections. Tim's right. My speech sounds weird. Maybe even off. Everyone nods in agreement. You're right, Tim. Sorry about that. Let's go on with the tour of the hometown. They explored the village further, with Tim providing explanations about various aspects of village life, culture, and the significance of the temple of the villagers. Relating the details, trying to adjust to this new reality while being careful not to reveal too much about his true origins. Seems to like Nova. Yet it seems I may not tell yet I can sense you had elemental magic potential. Maybe a larger man pulled at mine. The Hadas and Levites. Hadas are what they call a female temple holy mage, and Levites male holy mage, like some sort of kind of for nuns for females, monks for males mixed with magic religion. Zukatrin, a head Hada for the current temple near there. She welcomes them and offers some tea with the help of novice kids at the temple to also help out, while Tim explains Nova has altered memories, a foreigner of sorts, and was one of the fabled lost marshal. Zukatrin is the head Hada Nova, if it is true that is. She continued to take on since the children may need some of them even have lost Trevor and Marsha too. If it's 26 hooray, it's supposed to 36 hooray. I will not fix that. 36 hooray or 36 a day. Then the half of the day is called day rise or dotty for short, like AM to Nova's POV. And nightfall, as mentioned earlier, was naughty PM time, as they had a law saying during Labor Days everyone should return to their homes. Why she reminded him to go back home. She also added that there are 12 days a week in this life. Nova slowly got motion. Why does it feel like the time flows different from fulfillment? Does it feel and pretends he is accustomed to such time? Sister began to offer Nova the option to stay in the temple if he had nowhere else to go. Temple, she explained, often told those who were lost and were supposed to come home. So Nova asked to tinker for the offer. Just reflecting his decision. Never could shake a feeling that this world significant to cover him. With a sense of before he felt it, why? What does it feel like home? And why does this Tim arrive away from his life? For he finally returned to the village temple and volunteered to stay in one of the rooms as called Novice Levite. And it was Oswald Stone introducing himself. He explains he offered his big brother figure Tim, bringing a newcomer over here. He says, by the way, why his sister entrusted a training like him. It's because he doesn't mind small labor connected to honor. His father's achievement is that he's the younger brother Dorothy, the child, nearly 9 years old, yet has the appearance or height of a 12-year-old. But with a mention of Dorothy's name once more again, it was becoming clear that there's more connection between his current life and this mysterious world, his forgotten dreams from the moving realm. It's only deepening his feeling of familiarity. Not understanding, Nova thanked Oswald for his assistance and accepted a room at the temple. As he settled in, he couldn't help but wonder how all these threads were connected and what his role in this world might be. It was a puzzle that he was determined to unravel, even meant to confront the mysteries of his past and a strange dream that seems to bind him to this place. Also said to call him just Oz, and the village kids his age were impressed that he once felt the same calling as his sister when she used to be around it and dreamed to be a great wizard someday. Never felt. Wait, Dorothy, Ramsey, Hand of Oz? No, Wizard of Oz? Tin Man? He referred the kid nudging to follow his vacant room that he put the temple prepared. The stranger was in the people and the names in this world, his memories, his out. Couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to his brain than the place than he understood. He had to take his time to learn about the world of the planet, its magic and the role he might play in it. Then he just sighs and takes the time to fall asleep. Meanwhile, back in the modern realm, doing her daily part-time school routine before her comments on his brothers, it different from Atlanta. Special glasses her parents made for her right eye blue, left eye green, so thought when giving her until she heard a godly voice and word gripping her patient and who's there? Said. Yep, it is the information you're getting. I need to have a break. Wow, it's not even an hour yet? Cool. I can't dub all of this. I just realized how much tiring it is dubbing my own book. Alright, I'm a bit sick today. Damn it, late night sleep and Christmas. Well, still, happy holidays everybody. While I'm scrolling this down, happy holidays. I hope you enjoy your time out there. I said chapter 1 to 5. I might keep that word or change my mind. Or maybe change the description. I'm just saying it 1 to 5 because I thought, damn, I thought it was gonna be short, but no! My story is very long! Yawn. Yawn. I wanna read something though. I'm gonna read something. I'm gonna read something. Oh wait. Should I? Wait, I need a moment. Alright. Okay, we're gonna pause. That's right, we're gonna pause, guys, on stream. Okay, we're gonna pause on stream because I'm gonna do something. Wait, I need to go with the settings. Can I go with settings? Okay. I'm gonna end the stream for now. How do I end the stream? End the stream or pause stream? Do I go to studio mode? Alright. Oh, ka. Atta, atta. 間違の。Spaghetti. What? Wait. Okay. I am back. I'm just eating dinner. You know, Merry Christmas again, fellas. I will not forget. Oh, なんですかね。とか。Anyway. However, their conversation came to a abrupt halt as they discovered Oz unconscious in a corner of the cave. The same cave with the fossilized sleeping dragon and the unique partially decayed crystal formation. Alright. No. Oh. Quickly. Who put Tim behind the rocky formation as they noticed the menacing demon beast creature in the vicinity. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do silent reading instead. It could be fun if I'm gonna do this content. Okay. La la la. Ew, because I'm so sleepy. Oh. Wow, I didn't expect a. Oh my gosh. Wow, these chapters. Okay, now I can. I'm not speed running this, am I? Probably, because I'm already sleepy. I'm just scrolling on. But during the day, Tim asks Nova to train him to be a versatile fighter like him, since he realized not only is he good at swordsmanship, he's flexible in combat, like able to use a pair of shields. Could help him with his training. They found a quiet and teach him some basic martial art techniques to improve his flexibility, balance, and agility. They practice various stances and movements to build Tim's physical condition. Next, Nova introduced him to the art of using a shield both defensively and offensively. He showed him different ways to block and parry attacks while also teaching him how to use a shield as a weapon. Tim was a diligent learner and quickly grasped the fundamentals. Continuing their training, Nova incorporated magic into their sessions. He taught Tim how to channel his mana and to enhance his physical abilities, and even gave him some tips on basic spells that could be useful in combat. Tim was determined to become a versatile fighter like Nova. He trained diligently, and with Nova's guidance, he started to show significant improvement. The training sessions became a regular part of the routine, and Nova was proud to see Tim's progress. Jojo teams he can't do the same button as Nova, so he used steampunk knowledge to invent special gauntlets or tin metal armor light enough to be under his usual clothing, not coachers. Coachers! Oh my gosh, that is gonna be so hilarious. This magical state. His own ingenuity paired off as his expected set of specialized light tin metal that would enhance his big manifold. He was impressed with improving himself. He got the armor ready. A final test, as Nova had mentioned, was to destroy the other half of the boulder they had been working on. This will not only demonstrate Tim's newfound strength, but also serve as a testament to his perseverance and growth as a fighter. Tim took a deep breath, gripped his shields, and swung with all his might. The boulder shattered into pieces, and Tim stood victorious. His hard work and determination paid off in the end. Couldn't have been prouder of his friend's progress. Earthly issues that blocked the growth of some forests. Reason lots of miners try to keep mining this for generation 4. The Frozen Importer would have laid it. He made a foul blow and make him labor awarded as his current. Oh. You can read it as a will if you want. Promise it. But feel free for a Q&A, you know. What else to do? I just realized how much. Oh my gosh, we're gonna go to chapter 6. Nope, we're gonna skim over and let's see. Yep. So the chapter 5. Okay, I'll show you the titles. The chapter 5 title will be Rising Day to Reach Till Nightfall. And chapter 4, Bond Beated Bind. And then chapter 3 is Flurry of Fantastical Events. Lost Child of a Marsha is chapter 2. And then finally course. Picnic under the azure sky in Amarai. See? This is the... Okay. At least spoiler alert here. Alright, time dilation. I'm gonna explain this zero chapter. It has 6 years a day, 15 months a year. It has 42 to 43 days a month, 30 to 39 days in the 6 out of 15 months for the 9th year to become a leap year at 9th. So after 9 years, only the specific 6 month out of the 12 months a year, it only has 30 to 39 days. And this is the Genesis calendar.
Balansehan mo ulit ako.
A lot has happened. I felt like this is not the best time to stream. Oh my gosh. I don't feel like you're gonna enjoy this, fellas, but yeah. That is all, fellas, folks. Lot out. Once more, but really, lot out. See you in the Genshin playthrough this time. I might do a redo stream for this one. Alright?